Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I am Brian, and today I wanted to go over with everyone my little collection of these Ryobi 18-volt lights that I use. Kind of wanted to go over with you the differences between some of these because I didn't know when I got these. Kind of comparing the different light outputs and what I use them for and what I think they're good for. There's a lot of videos on these lights, but I'll go ahead and share you my experience that I've had with these and kind of give you an idea if you're trying to decide between one or the other or adding these to your arsenal, whatever the case may be. And at the end, I'll show you actually what light I'm using this behind the camera today. It's a tripod light, but it's super good. I like it a lot. But anyway, I'll show you guys that at the end of the video. So I'll go ahead and put up some stats for these lights as I talk through them and what their lumens are with each settings. But I'll just go ahead and tell you folks right now, I don't really get into lumens. I don't care too much about how high a lumen output is unless it's for like a spotlight or something that I really need high output light on. All of these lights minus the spotlight, they average between 400 and 800 lumens. So again, I don't get too much into lumens. So enough chatter. Let me kind of show you the difference. These two little lights honestly are probably my favorite out of all of my Ryobi lights. And I use these for camping. They're perfect little lights. They put off the right temperature light. It's a warmer light. It's not your cold blue light. And with it being diffused, it's got this frost cover on here, and it's a very, very diffused light. It doesn't blind you. I think this high setting is 400, so it's got 3 settings. This one being the 400. I'm not sure what this is. And this is your little moonlight that probably lasts for days, depending on what battery. And I'm not going to show you run time because that is so dependent on what type of battery you use, the weather outside. It can fluctuate so greatly. I'm not gonna do a run test. I'm sure they're out there. I just kind of wanted to go over with you the different lights and how the light looks. So again, this is probably my favorite light that I have, and I bought 2 of them. During my camper build, I actually used these inside the camper just because it's such a good light. It's a soothing light. I know that sounds silly, but it's not harsh. It doesn't hurt your eyes. It's warm, and it just puts out a perfect amount of light in a small space. And these are great for at night if you're sitting around, if you're camping, put it on the table, and it just kind of casts a really nice light over the table, and it's not going to drive your neighbors crazy. We took this down to the bank when we were night fishing, put it on medium, and it's perfect for just, to see your tackle box or to see what's around you. Make sure you grab the right beer, whatever. It was just a perfect light. So I went and bought a second one because I definitely wanted to have a couple of these in the camper for when we start using that. For the kids, because they're really light, the kids can carry these around. Just one button operation. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out how to use it. So these are going to be perfect for the kids. But overall, again, this is so far it's my favorite Ryobi light. And right now I've got a 1.5 amp hour on this one and a 4 amp on this one. So runtime is going to be completely different on these two. But I recommend you guys check these out. These are, especially after Christmas. So we got a couple of days here until Christmas. Home Depot is going to be probably throwing a lot of stuff on sale. And that is a great time, by the way, to buy Ryobi batteries. Every year after Christmas, I go to homedepot.com and I'll look at all of their Ryobi batteries because I've got 2 6 amp hour batteries last year, the high output, high efficiency, whatever Ryobi calls them, for like $79. It was $200 off. So check out Home Depot after the holidays for batteries if you want to stock up on your Ryobi batteries. So that was kind of beside the point, went off a tangent there. But anyway, these are 2 really good lights. Now, I bought this one not really knowing what it was going to be about, to be honest with you, because I like these. So I bought this. This contraption's actually cheaper when I bought it than one of these. But it's kind of more your lantern style. So, and it's got a USB, so you can charge like your phone. Plug it in a USB here. It serves as a power bank, but you probably don't want to eat up your actual battery, so I wouldn't recommend doing that unless it's an emergency. But this is more, again, kind of like the lantern style, and this is showing on high 330 lumens. And this one, as you can see, it's a much different light. It's more of your cool. So comparing the two, and it's still got the diffused panel, But again, this casts a different light too. So this one kind of shines up and out. This lantern here, let me cut this off, is going to shine more out and behind it, wherever you place it. It's not going to go up high. So if you're in a small enclosed space and you want light on the ceiling, I wouldn't recommend this because it does kind of just tend to cast out from it. It is a cool light. You can hang it. It's got a hanger. So again, I kind of refer everything to camping, but if at nighttime you want to hang this from your tree underneath where everyone's sitting, it's good. It has high, medium, and then off. So it's got two settings. It's got a high and a medium, or a high and a low, however you want to call it. But it's lightweight, it's compact, it's easy to store, put in your car. And again, it's just two different styles of lights. This one's 330 lumens. This one's a max of 400 lumens. But again, guys, I don't care about lumens. It's just what your eyes like, I guess, is how I put it. But here's again, before I put these away, here is kind of the difference in the light color. I hope you guys can get that on camera, but this is more of your cool white, crisp white. This is more of your warm, soothing light that I like more at night. It doesn't hurt your eyes when you're using this. This is a lot better if you truly need to look for something, in my opinion. But I would stock up on these. This is still a good light. Again, when I bought this, it was cheaper. I think this was around $25. This was $30. And you can see how much smaller it is, but it's two completely different styles of lights. But this has its purpose. But just in case you guys were on the fence about this one or this one, again, here's the different color of it. And this diffuse pattern is going to go more up and out. This one's going to go more out and to the back of it, however you place it. So again, this is another good option if at nighttime you want to place on your camping table with all your food. It's going to provide better light on the table because it's going to go more down, whereas this one is going to cast more light up. And then this is a new acquire that I got. This is really cool. I was surprised. I haven't seen this. I actually just saw it on the website, and it came as an early Christmas present. But this is their work light, and it's really, really cool. It's got an arm that can articulate however you want it. So if you're working on something here on your desk, you can see that it's got two light bars, and you can fluctuate between both. Only have the bottom, only have the top, or have both, and you can articulate this so where if you're working on something, you've got a really good amount of light coming focused right on your workpiece. So this is a really, really cool light, and I'll put up the lumens for you guys here. But overall, this says 950 lumens, and I'm assuming that's with both bars turned on, but it's just a really, really cool light, and it's actually pretty lightweight. Now, it doesn't compact down quite as much, but this is not going to be, I wouldn't really consider this a camping light. You of course could use it as a camping light, but it's just a little bulky to try to minimize your packing when you're going camping. But as far as an actual work light here in my shop, absolutely, it's perfect for that. And I just like the fact that you can kind of focus this little articulating arm wherever you want and kind of change up the lighting pattern of it. So I think it's just an overall really, really cool light. And this is my oldest light that I have. This is their spotlight. This is about 5 million lumens. Kidding, I don't know how much it is, but I'll put it up here. This thing puts out just a ton of light. And this is their hybrid. So right now I got an 18 volt battery plugged into it, but you can take this thing out and actually plug in a 120 cord to this and run your AC power without a battery. So that's why I like this, because if you don't have to worry about running down your batteries, if you have access to AC electricity, just simply use an extension cord, plug it into the bottom right there. But this thing articulates just like any other spotlight. It's got a hanging hook. So, if you're in a house, framing a house, you can tie it up to the rafters, whatever you want to do. But it's extremely bright, and it's been pretty rugged. Where I found the best use for this was when we moved into this house. We were having to paint a room that had no windows, And at the time we didn't have electricity because it was still under being built. And we used this light to light up the room while we were painting. And this casts a ton of light, and you can it's actually works really well because you can see what you're painting, what you're not painting, what you have to go back and hit. So this worked out really well, and it was light, easy to pack, easy to move. So that's where this one came from. So that's another option for these little Ryobi lights. Now I'm going to show you guys what's behind the camera now, because this is another new acquire that I have, and I'm super happy with it. And it's actually what I'm using right now to light me up. So let me go grab it. Okay, so here is another new Ryobi light. I hope the lighting's okay, because this was what I was using to film the previous clip of this. But this is their tripod work light, and this thing's pretty cool. Again, it's the 18-volt hybrid, so you can use your battery or you can plug it into your standard wall outlet. You can do both. And this thing, lumens are going to be right here. You open it up and pull these legs out. And here's the angle of it right here. I know that's probably doesn't give you guys a very good view. So let me see if I can put this on the floor and give you guys a better angle for this light. Okay, so this is on the floor now. Hopefully you guys can see that a little bit better. But it packs up really, really small. You know, this is not, again, something that you're going to be throwing in your back pocket and taking it on a quick hike. But it's great for the shop. It's great for, you know, if you're working out at night. It provides a ton of light. And let me put this thing down and I'll show you how it telescopes up. So you got these levers here. And let's go ahead and turn it on. Okay, well, I know that's probably blinding you, but this is with the telescoping rod fully extended, and we are looking at approximately, so real world height, not your specs that you're gonna get from Home Depot, to the top of the light is 60 inches. And that is fully extended. So, and you can see how bright this is. Let me cut the lights off here. And the only light in my shop now is coming from this work light. And this head is articulating. So move it however you like. And you can see just how much light this thing puts out. So plenty amount of light for really whatever you're going to use it for. And it does have two settings, so that's high, and that's going to be your low setting. So overall, just a really cool little light. Well, let me rephrase that. It's not little, but it's a cool light. And to pack it up, turn the lights back on. And just get a close up. So this is where you put the battery in for this thing, and you take it out and you can see the plugs if you want to power it with AC. So that's in its most compact position. And to fold this thing up, just simply pull the legs back like so, hit this button, and it folds down, and now that's storage. That's how you would carry it around. So overall, just a really cool light. I really do enjoy it. I think it's a good investment. So let me put the camera back, get some more lights on, and kind of give a final rundown. So one thing I wanted to do that I forgot to do is show you guys with the lights off all of these other lights, so you can kind of get an idea of how they cast light in the dark. So first up, there's nothing on in my shop except for these little LED lights, but let's turn everything off except, let's start with this one. So this is this little diffuser light on high, and you can see it still puts out decent amount of light. And let's just cut it off so you guys can see. It is dark in here. Okay. High. And it's just a really soft, comforting, easy to look at light. Really, really enjoy it. Medium, just a little bit dimmer. And then you got your moonlight, which again puts out just enough light for you to get around. You're not gonna be able to find a needle in a haystack with it, but you'll be able to get around with it. So let's cut this one off and go to the lantern. And you can see this has a much different light pattern. Like I said, it shoots more out and down. So it's going to illuminate the surface a lot more than it will the, above it on the ceiling. But it still does cast a little bit of light up there, but this is more casting out and down. And you can see the color temperature again. It's just more blue, more crisp, if you like that light. So that's on high, and this is the lower setting. Sorry about that. So this is the highest output on this work light that you're gonna get with both bars going. And the thing with this, obviously, you can shine it up to get up to the ceiling. You can manipulate it however you want. And there's with just one bar. There's the top bar lit. And that's off. And I know videos don't do these lights very good justice, but this is high setting for this spotlight. Gonna be your medium setting. And off. Okay guys, so final thought, closing arguments for these Ryobi lights is honestly all of them I'm happy with. I think Ryobi's really kind of opened their game. They're a lot more bulkier, a lot more sturdy feeling than Ryobi's in the past, so that's a good thing. My opinion, if I were to pick two lights out of this whole setup, it would be this guy and probably this spotlight, this work light. My two favorite. It's hard to choose though, but that would be my two picks that I think would cover the basis for everything that I need. You got your everyday walk around, need a little bit of light in your camper light, then you've got your your more powerful work light, spotlight, security light, whatever you want to call it. And the fact that this one runs AC and 18-volt batteries is a big bonus. So with that, guys, I'm actually really happy with these Ryobi lights. I think they're good. So, and again, if you guys don't already have this on your list, check back after Christmas on Home Depot, because they're gonna try to be getting rid of these because it's after Christmas and no one's gonna be buying anything unless it's people like us who wait after Christmas to get all the good sales. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that little light show, and we will see you on the next one. Take care, guys.